Today, I am going to be discussing probably one of the least discussed quarterbacks in Sooner lore and Sooner history, and that being Jack Mildren, the Godfather of the Wishbone. I think he doesn't get enough flowers for his contributions to his time at OU. But first, thank you for pulling up to the channel. I'm your host, the legend Mike Wilkerson, your host of Sooner Legends Podcast. Can I please get you to hit the like button? And if you're not subscribed to the channel, can I please get you to subscribe to the channel and turn on your post notification bell? That way you won't miss any Sooner related history and content that I upload. And also share the video. Why? Because sharing is caring. And also, I'm very pleased to announce my partnership with DevilDog Brew and Beans, a veteran owned coffee brand that takes pride in brewing coffee blends that embody the spirit of the fearless and dedicated Marine Corps, where every sip is a celebration of strength, camaraderie, and exceptional taste. Get 10% off your first order of Devil Dogs by using the promo code Sooner Legends at checkout, and you will also receive free shipping in the continental United States. I have a link directly to Devil Dogs down in my description where you can go take a look at his different coffee blends. So let's discuss old Jack, shall we? Like I said at the beginning of the video, he was dubbed the Godfather of the Wishbone, and for very well-being reasons. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the early days of Jack. Uh, he come to us in 1967 from Cooper High School in Abilene, Texas. He was backup to Bobby Warmack, and he got the starting role in '69, which that year of '69, Steve Owens won the Heisman Trophy winner, won the Heisman Trophy. So let's go back a little bit. Let's go to 1969 and 1970. OU is running an offense called the Houston Veer, which when Chuck Fairbanks, the head coach at OU, was an assistant under legendary coach Bill Yeoman at Houston, Chuck Fairbanks brought the Houston Veer with him when he became an assistant to Oklahoma and head coach. So in '69 and that early part of '70, our offense wasn't no, we were ugly. It was ugly. Trust me, I remember. So there, from what I've obtained out of watching interviews with Coach Fairbanks and Coach Switzer, the OU Board of Regents, the higher ups, there was fixing to be a firing of the coaching staff at OU. So Coach Switzer comes up during the bye week of the Texas game and has Chuck to install the Wishbone offense. Now, I've got a detailed video in my playlist that describes all that. So, long story short, we installed the Wishbone offense in 1970 in the Texas game. We got hammer drilled by Texas. I think it was like 41-9. Oh, it was ugly. But on the beginning of that season, OU was dead last in total offense and rushing yards in the Big Eight. And by the end of the season, according to Coach Fairbanks, we were in the top 5. And that was the last year that Darrell Royal, then head coach of Texas, beat Barry Switzer and the University of Oklahoma. Kind of a fun fact there. So like I said, Jack didn't come on into his zone on that Wishbone until the senior season. Because, like I said, in 70, it was just getting started. Now, 71 was his highlight breakout where he went crazy. he he set records that have since been broken, but nonetheless, he did set them in them early days. Uh, for that 71 season, uh, Jack and the Sooners posted an 11-1 record with the Wishbone offense averaging over 472 yards per game. That, oh my God, that was just astonishing to say the least. Jack set records for most rushing yards in a season with 1,140 yards, most career touchdown passes with 25, and season passing efficiency of 209. Now, that season, we won our first 9 games, and then Nebraska comes to town on Thanksgiving Day, and we lost that game 35-31, and it has been dubbed the game of the century, and that was only Oklahoma's only loss for that season. And and Jack for that year was named both All-American and Academic All-American, and also we with the defeat we went to play the number 5 Auburn Tigers in the Sugar Bowl in Nolens, and if y'all remember, Auburn had the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback Pat Sullivan, and we defeated the Auburn Tigers 40-22, and Jack was named the Sugar Bowl MVP. Uh, Jack's single season rushing record, like I said, which was 1,140 yards, was broken in 1974 by University of Tampa quarterback Freddie Sullivan. Jack finished his career at OU having rushed 541 times for 2,025 yards and 32 tutties, and he had 9 100-yard rushing games. In his passing, his pass attempts was 358 and completed 170 passes for 3,092 yards, 24 tutties, and 25 interceptions. And his completion percentage was 45. And also some fun facts about Jack that I will linger on or just touch on is from 90 to 94 he was lieutenant governor of Oklahoma, and in the governor's race in 94 he lost the the seat for governor to Frank Keating. Jack also served as vice chairman of Arvest Bank and as an announcer for JOX 930 WKY, Oklahoma City's oldest radio station. And if y'all remember right, in the early days of the sports animal, Jack was on with Al Ashback and Jim Traber in what is known now as the Total Dominance Hour. Pretty cool. So, like I said, it just, I don't see a lot of banner and flowers given for Jack Mildren for his contributions to the University of Oklahoma. And I know why everybody that puts out a top 10 list for greatest Oklahoma quarterbacks is they want to see that ball slung all over the yard, passing yardages, long bombs, all of that. But when you do that, when you make those lists, think of Jack Mildren, of his contributions in the early days of the Wishbone offense. Because, like I said earlier in the video, he's our godfather. Uh, I feel that Jack laid the foundation on how a Wishbone quarterback should operate the Wishbone. And that set the stage when Barry Switzer became head coach in 73 for his Wishbone offenses that dominated the 70s and the 80s. And my memories of Jack, I could do a 4-hour video on just how precise he was, his split second decision making, whether to keep the ball, to pitch the ball, or hand it to Crosswhite. I mean, and one thing I always noticed about Jack when they would line up and he was barking the signals is Jack was looking across that defensive line, seeing how they was lined up. He was looking at the linebackers. He was looking at the secondary. He was studying them and quick playing up, plug and play up here in his head of what he was going to do when that ball was snapped to him. But that's all I got for today. Hop down in the comments and tell the old legend what you think about old Jack Mildren. And until then, God bless everyone. Be nice to each other because tomorrow isn't promised. This is the legend. We'll see you on the backside. Boomer sooner.